All right, I'm back. This is my movie review of Thor Ragnarok. I'm the mighty Thor. He's a friend from work. I know it's a terrible impersonation of Chris Hemsworth, but all the kids are imitating him, so I guess it must be cool if everybody can remember him as Thor. Okay, Thor Ragnarok is a movie review. I saw the movie last week. And the movie was good. I mean, I love the excitement. Okay, now most movies, from what I understand it, if it's over exaggerated with too much jokes, a lot of people don't like the movie. This was the first movie that had like maybe 60 jokes, and they were very funny. Now, in the beginning of the movie, they started off where he's wrapped up in chains and he's getting ready to kill by Surtur. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I know someone that all they does is read Marvel Comics will quote me on that if the name's correct or not. But he killed the monster very effortlessly. That was probably the only part in the movie that I didn't like. I thought it was rushed. I thought the monster should have been able to put up a more of a strong fight. Because in the comic book, Surtur is more powerful than what was depicted on big screen, on the screen. And Thor killed him real easily. And I thought, man, that's a weak fight. Couldn't it be more competitive than that? Then the next scene, he is calling out for help and no one's responding. And finally, someone teleports him back to Asgard. And hold on. Spoiler alert. Hold on. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'm going to say it again. Spoiler alert. So if you didn't go see this movie, you might want to go see Thor Ragnarok and then come back 2 to 3 days later and then watch this movie review. Because I'm giving out some spoilers, and if you still ain't seen the movie, I don't want you to say, damn it, Alex, why you ruined the movie for me by telling me the whole movie? That's why we say, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. You've been warned, spoiler alert. Now, for those who saw the movie, you can watch this movie review. So he returns back to Asgard, and who does he confront? He confronts Odin only to find out it's Loki, his adopted stepbrother that he thought was dead. And he sees a play of himself and Loki of them making fun of Thor Dark World, which I thought was very fucking funny. I thought it was hilarious that we saw Chris Hemsworth, other brother, not Lance Hemsworth, but the other brother. He's got more than one brother, just so y'all know that. And then, of course, we saw Matt Damon make a cameo, which I thought was the funniest part of the whole movie. It showed that he had good comedic timing, and you can see why they say that the movie was funny because of that. Then we get the best part of the movie, Doctor Strange confronting him and them disguising themselves as Earthlings and him telling Loki how he had to break up with Jane Foster and things of that nature. And the funny part was when Doctor Strange refilled up Thor's cup of beer, and how Loki complained that he kept falling every 30 minutes. They finally find Odin, and this was the second thing that I hated about the movie. The fact that they don't even explain how he used all his power up and how he just dies. He just dies. And then, of course, Helen shows up, and you guys seen the commercial. His beloved Mjolnir gets destroyed, and he gets left on another world, and Loki manages to survive. Now, here's where she goes to Asgard, kills a lot of the troops, a lot of the soldiers, Asgardian warriors, and basically they're basically left to fend for themselves. I like how they didn't rush this scene. He's trying to fight off all the people, the scavengers, and he gets confronted by a female Valkyrie, who's a female Asgardian, but they call him Valkyrie, and she brings him in for a bounty. So she's basically a bounty hunter, basically, and she eventually brings him in, and he gets his hair cut. And that's when he finds out Bruce Banner, the Hulk, is on the same planet as he is. When he sees Loki again, he's amazed that Loki has switched sides on him, and throughout the whole time he's trying to escape, but he can't. The best part of the movie for me is when he had a vision of his father Odin, and all of a sudden his eyes turn white, there comes electricity, and he's having this fight with the Hulk. And even though he doesn't really necessarily win against the Hulk, it showed that he could now have power without his hammer. Later in the film, he finally gets the Hulk to come to his senses, thanks by showing Scarlett Johansson. You see, by the way, Scarlett Johansson is very valuable to the franchise because it clearly shows that it ain't just in Iron Man 2 and Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War, but you see her in this film. Even though it's a small cameo, they were able to somehow get just a glimpse of her in this film, even though she wasn't physically there. And that was just to make him turn back into Bruce Banner. Then we get to where he recruits his little group and he goes back to Asgard to take her on. Now, I like the fact that he finally had his eye taken out because it finally explained why he lost an eye. And he again was able to fight her. Surtur finally goes to his final transformation. We see an incredible fight between the Hulk, like we saw in the commercial trailer. And he's told to leave, and Hulk's mad, like, I wanted to fight the monster. What I thought should have happened in this movie would have been nice if it could clear up why did the mighty Thor had to do it this way. Now, Asgard gets destroyed, and the post-credit scene I thought was beautiful. To see the look on Loki's face and Thor's face when they realize that Tarnos or whoever's in the ship is now going to do exactly what their greatest fear is. And you see, to me, I can't wait to see Avengers Infinity War Part 1 because I want to see how they're going to open the movie up. And I think we have a good idea just on how this movie's going to open up. Of course, I still got to wait for Black Panther to come out next year. And you see, this is my first movie review. I give Thor Ragnarok 8 out of 10. All right? So I hope you love the movie review. Go in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about the movie, what you love about the movie, what you didn't like about the movie. All right, peace.